Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry Lawrence, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the true secret to manifestation and how you can use it to create the most amazing life you could ever desire. Make sure to stay tuned to the very end because we're going to take a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message and move forward throughout the day. So I've been on this path, this positive mindset journey for so long, and with it comes understandings and perspectives. And this one about manifestation has literally changed everything for me. And I think I've slowly understood it. I've slowly seen this understanding of it, but then it clicked. And when something clicks, you can truly apply it. I see so much content on social media and podcasts and YouTube about how to manifest something. And it almost comes off like it's magic. Like you write down this thing or you say these thoughts and then magically you're going to manifest something. At least that's how I was viewing it. And then one day, and it was just a couple days ago, it clicked. Manifestation is really just a word. It's not a magic trick. It's not something that's just going to happen by the grace of God or the universe or anything like that. It's actually a word that means or describes something. Manifestation is really positive perspective on what it is you wish to receive. You see, as you perceive, you receive. So if you are actively manifesting, you're actively perceiving or focusing on what it is that you wish to receive. But when you go deeper into the understanding of manifestation, they say, well, you can't just think about it. You have to embody it. You have to embody the way that person would think. You have to embody, the actions and all those things. So that is a controlled focus. Meaning, if you want to manifest $10,000, you can't just think about $10,000. No. You have to think, where do you want the $10,000? What will you do with the $10,000? How will you earn the $10,000? What do you need to do to be the person that can receive it? And then you do the actions. You see, if you look at your business and you say, okay, well, I want my business to earn $10,000 a month. Okay, well, it's making $6,000 a month right now. It needs to make $4,000 more. Okay, then you get that down. Then every day you're looking at, okay, well, I need to make $10,000. So breaking it down by the day, instead of $300 a day, I have to make $600 a day. And then to get to $600 a day, okay, I could double my sales, or I could increase revenues, or I could, you start looking at these things. You see, your perspective starts to change because everything exists at once. The path to $10,000 or the path to a healthy body or the path to that relationship is already in front of you. You don't have to create the path. You have to become the person that can see it. And so when you're manifesting, you're really controlling your perspective, how you perceive something. And so when you learn how to perceive it the right way, and it's not a right or wrong, meaning a right way in alignment, you'll receive it. Because when you become the person that thinks about, oh, I have $10,000, well, they operate in a way. Because if you made $10,000, you would know what you did. You would know how you get there. So when you start taking those assumptions, you start taking those actions, you slowly move the needle closer and closer to the path to the $10,000. So if you want to manifest something, become really good over obsessing focus on it. That's it. When I think about every time I've truly manifested, in fact, the $10,000 one was a big one for me. I remember this was a few years ago when I really was starting to build my business, my entrepreneur business. I had a job at the time and I was building up my podcast, my coaching and all that stuff. And I said, I want to have $10,000 in that account. And I remember 10,000 because prior I was thinking 100 or a million or all these crazy numbers and I couldn't get a belief behind it. But then I thought, I can save up $10,000. That's not an extreme amount of money. I can do that. And so every day I was thinking, okay, $10,000. And I write it down, $10,000 in my savings account, $10,000 in my business savings account. I'd write it down. And then I wrote a map of how I would get to 10,000 because I'm focusing on this. It's on my mind. Well, the next step, okay, that's where I want to get. How can I get there? And the first one I wrote didn't make sense. It's like, okay, well, maybe if I change my prices or if I get this many amount of clients or I do this many downloads. And that was a big one, was growing the podcast in there. I said, okay, if I get this many downloads, then I would do that. And then I just followed up every single day. I would look at my downloads. Did I hit my number? of my contacts to get new clients that hit my number. My pricing point, was I following in alignment? And then I'd look at my bank account, am I getting closer? It wasn't really about the result of getting closer. It was about doing the actions. And I got so lost in the actions that one day I realized I had over $10,000 in that account. And it wasn't that I had $10,000 that I had to spend. It was $10,000 that wasn't owed to anybody. The thing is, I didn't realize I was manifesting at the time. I thought I was just creating a plan and work. I didn't put two and two together. And then the other day when it clicked, I realized that's what manifestation is. So if you want to manifest positivity, if you want to manifest joy, if you want to manifest love, if you want to manifest money, whatever it is, you have to obsess over the thing. So it's in your mind. And then you work backwards to create the path. As you go down the path, you're going to have to pivot. The first map you make probably won't get you there, but it'll get you further than where you're at. So your perspective starts to change. So then you're not seeing $10,000 from zero. You might see $10,000 from 1,000, and then $10,000 from 3,000, then $10,000 from 8,000. So you start seeing, okay, well, if I change this, I change this, I change this, you get there. That's truly how you manifest. It's not a magic thing. It's magic in the sense of this crazy experience that we're living in that feels magical, but it's truly about focusing on something. Because I knew deep down, whenever I would get on social media, especially TikTok, I'd scroll, and because of the content I create, I get a lot of people that are in the mindset space, the coaching space, the manifestation space, and I would always feel a resistance to the people that would pop up around manifestation. And it's probably two things. One, my understanding of it wasn't where it is today. But two, it's because a lot of them make money on the magic of it, right? Because if you thought, well, it's this powerful universal magic law, like the law of attraction or whatever. If it's that, and I just learned these secrets, then I could do that. There's a lot of money to be made in saying that. But something always felt off, and it's because the true understanding is, yes, magic, manifestation, it's a buzzword. It gets your attention. There's books on it. There's podcasts on it. There's books, like there's everything that's on it. I said books twice. There's so much on it. But the truth is, manifestation is just learning to focus on the positive thing that you want. Because if the negative things are in your life, you're not going to attribute that to manifestation. Although a true understander of manifestation would say you're manifesting this life too, right? Whatever you focus on, you expand. So whatever you focus on, you're going to manifest. So if you have bad things in your life, if you have negative, if you have hurt, if you have pain in your life, and I'm not saying that you can never talk about it, but if it consumes you, you will manifest more of it. These laws of the universe work in good ways and bad ways. They don't stop. They do not turn off. They don't shut down. They are always working. So the life you're experiencing, you created. You might say, how could I do that? It's because you're a being that goes beyond this life experience that you're having. So you were manifesting before you came here. You're going to manifest after you come here. And so you're manifesting before, during, and after. It never stops. But learning what it is and learning how to use it could be to your advantage if you want it to be. So what do you want to focus on? What do you want to create? You powerful manifester. You can do anything as long as you control what you focus on. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath. And when you breathe in, I want you to just breathe in a vision of something powerful. Maybe it's $10,000. Maybe it's a healthy report from a doctor. Maybe it's a job offer. I don't know what it is, but whatever is powerful to you. And when you breathe in, visualize you sucking that towards you like a powerful magnet, whatever it is. And then as you hold your breath, visualize yourself receiving the thing, receiving the money, receiving the love, receiving the forgiveness, whatever it is that you're going to attract. And then as you exhale, allow anything that no longer resonates with you to leave you. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. I've been doing this podcast for a long time, and maybe you've been listening for a long time. It's been 4 years, over 1,000 something episodes, and you contribute the time that goes into making it, the time that goes into preparing for it, the time that goes back into reviewing it. A lot of energy goes into this thing. A lot of energy goes into the positive mindset, seeing things from a high perspective, all of it. This one episode is probably one of the most breakthrough episodes there is. So go back and listen to it again if you're not understanding it. But manifesting is unlocked. It's 4 years in the making to truly understand this, to be able to put this into a 10-minute segment that makes sense. You can apply this to anything in your life and become the rising tide that lifts all ships.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It'll keep you up to date on every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. This manifestation topic is something that I am going to go into more. I'm not sure how that looks. I was actually currently working on a book, and I like kind of just sharing this stuff with you. I was currently working on a book. I might change the whole book. I might just go into manifestation. And I know it's a buzzword, and I know, there's a big business around it. But this understanding it's going to change my life, and it could completely change yours. So I'm not sure how I want to do it, but if you are someone that wants to work together, whether it's on the new topic of manifestation or the positive mindset, which is really core of it all, I'm still taking clients up until the new year for this type of coaching. I'm especially looking for business owners. And if you're a business owner and you're wanting to take this energy to apply it to your business, to take it to the next level, definitely reach out. You can reach me via email at henry@vibeabundant.com. That's Henry, HENRY, at VIBEabundant.com, or my Instagram, Real Henry G. You can search for me there. Of course, there are links down below. You can just click it and it will take you right there. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.